Yeah, so hi Rohit. Thank you so much for coming here. Really happy to have you here. A lot of students are really having so many confusions about IISER Bhopal, especially about economic sciences. So, and you will be the best person, I think, who will be able to guide them because you have already passed out from there and you know the experience of whole of this course, and you have friends who are still continuing at IISER Bhopal. And now, right now, you have already moved to US to pursue your masters, right?
Yeah. First of all, happy to help you all, guys, and can't wait to get started.
Okay, so Rohit, let's start with your introduction. So can you tell briefly about your background to all our audience and how did you then go to IISER, and then we will proceed with the questions. And we will try to keep it very interactive, okay, like just like a friendly conversation, like not exactly question and answers session like an interview, but rather very flow in a natural flow. Yeah.
Right. So, hi guys, my name is Rohit Jain, and originally I'm from Indore, and I did my bachelor's in economic sciences with minor in data science engineering from IISER Bhopal, and currently I'm pursuing my master's in financial mathematics at North Carolina State University, USA.
Okay, awesome. So Rohit, tell me about your journey from Indore to IISER Bhopal, and also briefly tell me about your upbringing. That what made you to choose IISER? Because I'm also from MP and we know the situation. Mostly, we are told to get a good marks in class 10th and 12th, then get a good college, compete in JEE or NEET exams, or otherwise just go to the army and all, which is also very much preferred. It was preferred by my family. Just give an NDA exam and all. I tried all those things as well. So what motivated you to come towards research and join IISER?
Okay, so going back to 11th, I think from the there were some foundations that were laid from the 9th class. So my main goal right from the beginning was to have a bachelor's degree, which is not common in India. So there's a mainstream of engineering, which everyone by default goes for if someone goes for mathematics as their third subject in 11th class. So I didn't want to do that, but still I prepared for JEE because there are a few economics programs that I can get through JEE, basically. So when we talk about IIT Kanpur, maybe. So that was the course that I actually aimed for and started to prepare for JEE. So yeah, all in all, it was a good journey for me, 11th to 12th. And to be honest, I was not interested in IISERs until the point I gave my KVPY in 12th class. At that time, I got to know about the economics program that has been being offered by the IISER Bhopal itself, and which was due to start in 2018. At that point of time, it made me a bit interested. It was like, okay, I can still go for it because since it's a research college, yeah, I might think about it, but it's not a bad program to go to because the curriculum looks good. So I appeared for JEE, cleared JEE mains, cleared JEE advanced, but I didn't clear KVPY, or I didn't get enough like the minimum threshold of JEE advanced rank to get a seat for IISER through JEE advanced stream. So my only option was to appear through SAT. Not the SAT. I don't remember the name exactly. The name of the IISER aptitude test, IIT. So yeah, so I still remember when I took the IIT, I actually didn't prepare any of the content, to be very honest, because I was like done with the studies after my JEE and bits, all of the shenanigans and exams. So I simply gave the exam and I didn't got to hear back from them till the, I don't know, fourth round came in. I don't remember exactly. So by that time, I actually took an admission in IIT Allahabad. And I actually went there and stayed there for 10 to 12 days. And randomly, I checked the portal from IISER and I got in. So I was like to my dad, to my sister, I was like, no, I just want to leave this NIT. I don't want to be here. I just want to go to IISER economics program. I don't know how it happens. Just make it happen for me. So yeah, my family actually supported me in this decision, and I actually transitioned from NIT Allahabad to IISER Bhopal economics.
So IISER Bhopal economics was introduced the same year. You said 2018.
Yeah.
Man, you're lucky. So when you joined IISER, so how was your first year? Like how different it felt from the NIT, or how was your experience when you joined IISER?
To be honest, NIT offered something different. IISER offered something different in the first year. So I was not quite familiar with NIT Allahabad's first year curriculum because I didn't really attend any classes. So all in all, it was more engineering oriented. And here in IISER Bhopal, you will study like pure sciences. Like you'll have courses in physics, chemistry, maths, earth and environmental sciences. If you want, you can choose between biology and I think computer engineering drawing. And I don't remember exactly. Yeah. So it's all in all quite different. And I think what I feel is what curriculum or what practice that happens in IISER or IC is purely research based. So that type of thinking or that type of analytical thinking, critical thinking, you won't find in NIT or IITs because it's just engineering oriented. That's what I found. That's a major difference. And plus the students are purely science motivated. I know for the first time in my life, I heard from someone saying that they don't want a job out of this degree. It's pretty surprising.
ओके रोहित, सो फर्स्ट ईयर तो ये था तुम्हारा जर्नी. उसके बाद करिकुलम क्या था तुम्हारा आइजर भोपाल में, और किस ईयर में इकोनॉमिक साइंसेस का मेजर मिला तुम, और कैसा तुम्हारा कोर्स का एक्सपीरियंस था एज कंपेयर टू जो फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स एंड बायो इन फील्ड्स में जो स्टूडेंट्स गए.
ओके, सो अगर मैं मेजर्स की बात करूँ तो व्हाट आइसर भोपाल फॉलोज इज कि सेकेंड ईयर में दे जनरली गिव ऑप्शंस टू स्टूडेंट्स लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इन जनरल नॉट अबाउट इकोनॉमिक्स और इंजीनियरिंग एज स्पेसिफिक आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट जनरली सो आइसर तुमको 3 ऑप्शंस देता है जिस नोन एज प्री मेजर्स सो इन सेकेंड ईयर यू स्पेसिफिकली स्टडी दीज 3 सब्जेक्ट्स एंड उसके बाद थर्ड ईयर में अकॉर्डिंग टू योर सीपीआई अकॉर्डिंग टू योर प्रेफरेंसेस अकॉर्डिंग टू द सीट कैपिंग ऑल ऑफ द सारे जितने भी फैक्टर्स हैं उन सबको अकाउंट में लेके दिल असाइन योर मेजर सो इफ यू परफॉर्म गुड और आपका प्रेफरेंस इज फिजिक्स you will get physics easily. It's not that big of an issue and इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है कि लोगों को नीचे नहीं मिल पाता है अपने पसंद का. So this is a general trend in IISER भोपाल नेचुरल साइंसेस के लिए. एंड फॉर इंजीनियरिंग एंड इकोनॉमिक्स ये हमको ऐसा कोई कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं होता है बिकॉज राइट फ्रॉम द सेकंड ईयर कुछ जो कोर कोर्सेज होते हैं जो इकोनॉमिक्स के लिए बहुत क्रूशियल होते हैं फॉर अ बैचलर्स डिग्री वो स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. सेम गोज फॉर इंजीनियरिंग. सो वेर हम लोग को ऐसा कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है कि वी हैव टू चूज ओनली फ्रॉम द 3 सब्जेक्ट्स प्री मेजर्स व्हाट वी कॉल और जहाँ से मतलब इफ़ यू वांट फिजिक्स का कोर्स इफ़ यू वांट केमिस्ट्री इफ़ यू वांट इंजीनियरिंग इफ़ यू वांट इकोनॉमिक्स यू कैन टेक एनी कोर्स यू वांट एंड राइट फ्रॉम द थर्ड ईयर फुल जो मेजर वाला फील होता है वो स्टार्ट हो जाता है इन द सेंस कि ऑल ऑफ द योर यू टेक अप ऑल ऑफ योर मेजर कोर्सेज एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिपार्टमेंट्स you'll have departmental elective and open elective which depends from course to course. So हो सकता है मैथमेटिक्स में you won't have any open electives whereas in economics you'll have 2 open electives एक ही सेमेस्टर में. So what open electives helps you in is you can choose from any department whatever course you want until unless वो clash नहीं हो रहा. So yeah, that is the basic difference जो नेशनल साइंसेस में जाता है और इकोनॉमिक्स एंड इंजीनियरिंग में जाता है. So थर्ड एंड फोर्थ ईयर एंड समवॉट सेकंड ईयर से थोड़ा इकोनॉमिक्स इंटेंसिव करिकुलम हो जाता है.
तो अगर मैं केमिस्ट्री का एग्जांपल लूँ कि एक बार हमने मेजर ले लिया या मेजर का फील आना शुरू हो गया सेकंड ईयर से तो केमिस्ट्री के ज़्यादा कोर्सेज हो जाते हैं जैसे ऑर्गेनिक के स्पेसिफिकली कोर्सेज हो जाते हैं इनऑर्गेनिक के हो जाते हैं फिजिकल के हो जाते हैं. तो इकोनॉमिक साइंसेज में किस टाइप के कोर्सेज होते हैं कुछ नाम बताओ.
ओके सो जो एकदम मेजर कोर ब्रांचेस होते हैं इकोनॉमिक्स में दैट इज माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स. ये 3 सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं विच लेज द फाउंडेशन ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स फॉर अ बैचलर्स डिग्री. तो आई थिंक पहले 4 सेमेस्टर में मतलब पहले 2 साल में यही कोर्सेज में फाउंडेशन ले किया जाता है. फिर इन्हीं से आगे और बहुत सारे इकोनॉमिक्स में ब्रांचेस होती है जैसे बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स इंडियन वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमी टाइम सीरीज एनालिसिस बहुत सारे फील्ड्स है बहुत सारे कोर्सेज है. थर्ड एंड फोर्थ ईयर में इन सब में डाइव करते हैं. इफ नॉट देन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स बहुत डेप्थ में भी जा सकते हैं. तो देयर आर सम कोर्सेज एडवांस कोर्सेज ऑफ दीस कोर्सेज इटसेल्फ जो थर्ड एंड फोर्थ ईयर में भी पढ़ाते हैं बट द बेस बीइंग माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एंड इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स.
तो कोई ये कोर्स का मुझे कुछ उतना मेरे को फील नहीं है जैसे तुमने ये 3 वर्ड्स बोले राइट. अगर मैं तुम्हें कुछ फील देना चाहूँ कि केमिस्ट्री में एग्जैक्टली मैंने क्या पढ़ा तो फॉर एग्जांपल ऑर्गेनिक रिएक्शन मैकेनिज्म उसमें हमने पढ़ा कि अलग अलग टाइप के नेम्ड रिएक्शन पढ़े हमने ऑर्गेनिक के और हर रिएक्शन का मैकेनिज्म पढ़ा. हमने देखा कि कैसे इन्वेंट हुआ था कैसे जो भी साइंटिस्ट है उसकी उसमें क्या क्या वेरिएशंस आए और कैसे ये नए सॉल्वेंट में या नए केमिकल एनवायरनमेंट में ये रिएक्शन का मैकेनिज्म चेंज होगा या हो सकता है उसके एंड में हम एप्लीकेशन भी करें राइट. तो ये एक आइडिया मैं अगर तुम्हें देना चाहूँ कि ऑर्गेनिक रिएक्शन मैकेनिज्म पर्टिकुलरली ऑर्गेनिक का वेरी स्पेसिफिक कोर्स हुआ हमारे में. तो ऐसी इसी तरह से मेरे को एक इकोनॉमिक्स का जैसे तुमने बोला मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स राइट उसमें से कोई एक कोर्स मुझे बताओ जिसमें तुमने क्या एग्जैक्टली सीखा.
ओके सो मैं थोड़ा क्वांटिटेटिव साइड वाला हूँ तो आई एक्सप्लेन वेरी गुड इन इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स. सो जो इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स में होता है इज बेसिकली थोड़ा स्टैट्स इंटेंसिव होता है. इट्स लाइक यू हैव टू बिल्ड रिग्रेशन मॉडल्स. यू हैव 3 वेरिएबल्स फॉर एग्जांपल एंड आई वांट टू प्रेडिक्ट अ थर्ड वेरिएबल लाइक हाउ डज इट व्हाट ट्रेंड डज इट फॉलो और how is it behaved with respect to the 2 variables the other 2 variables. Okay, so what econometrics does is it builds a model such that तो आखिरी के 2 जो मेरे I'll call it independent variables ये दोनों कैसे बिहेव करेंगे या इनके चेंजेस से जो मेरा डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है जो मेरा सबसे लास्ट वाला वेरिएबल था वो कैसा बिहेव करेगा. तो बेसिकली दिस इज व्हाट रिग्रेशन इज. बहुत टाइप के रिग्रेशन होते हैं बिकॉज ये इतने सिंपल रिलेशंस नहीं होते हैं. तो लॉगरिथमिक रिग्रेशंस होते हैं बीटा रिग्रेशंस होते हैं तो बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस बहुत मतलब थोड़ा स्टैट्स इंटेंसिव क्वांटिटेटिव साइड में होता है तो ये थोड़ा मैथ हेवी रहता है. तो दिस इज हाउ बेसिकली वेरी बेसिक टर्म्स रिग्रेशन इज वेरी बेसिक टर्म्स में. एंड इफ यू टॉक अबाउट माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स तो मैक्रो से समझ में आता है बड़े स्केल पे. सो यू आर सीइंग इकोनॉमिक्स बड़े स्केल में जैसे हाउ इंटरेस्ट रेट इफेक्ट्स द एक्सचेंज रेट और इंटरेस्ट रेट से बढ़ने से क्या इफेक्ट आता है प्राइस बढ़ेगा तो क्या होगा ऑल दीस टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स. व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स थोड़ा फर्म लेवल पे चला जाता है. डिमांड सप्लाई जो अपन बोलते हैं प्राइस बढ़ा तो डिमांड कैसे इफेक्ट होगा सप्लाई पे क्या इफेक्ट होगा इन्फ्लेशन आया टैक्स आया क्या होता है उसने डिमांड सप्लाई कर्व पे क्या होता है. ये बहुत बेसिक है. इससे बहुत ज़्यादा आगे जाता है. कंज्यूमर थ्योरी होती है एक गेम थ्योरी करके एक होता है जिसमें थोड़ा बिहेवियर होता है. उसमें यू हैव टू मतलब उसमें ये होता है कि सामने वाला क्या करेगा उसके बेसिस पे कुछ अपन को डिसाइड करना होता है अपने क्या पे ऑफ हो गए सारे सिनेरियो एनालाइज करके हमको हमारा पे ऑफ लेके हमको अपना बेस्ट यूटिलिटी या बेस्ट पे ऑफ निकालना होता है. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जो हर एक लेवल पे लाइक ह्यूमन बिहेवियर से लेकर एक कंट्री ऑपरेट करता है पूरा चीज़ कवर करता है इकोनॉमिक्स. और फाइनेंस तो है छोटा सा ब्रांच इकोनॉमिक्स जो फाइनेंस निकल के जाता है.
ओके साउंड्स इंटरेस्टिंग. तो अपने प्रोफेसर्स के बारे में बताओ कि लाइक कुछ बताओ कि कौन सा एक प्रोफेसर बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद आया या कोई एक खड़ूस प्रोफेसर मिल गया क्लासेस में कैसा एक्सपीरियंस था?
सो IISER B के इकोनॉमिक्स डिपार्टमेंट में प्रोफेसर्स इतने ज़्यादा नहीं है, दे ट्राइंग टू एक्सपांड। सो मेरे लिए कम से कम 3 से 4 प्रोफेसर कांस्टेंट थे थ्रू आउट 4 इयर्स, एंड सबके सब बहुत अच्छे थे, दे वेरी सपोर्टिव, एंड कुछ भी हेल्प चाहिए यू कैन गो आस्क देम, टॉक टू देम, मुझे इकोनॉमिक्स में ये प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है या इन जनरल मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा व्हाट वुड बी माय राइट करियर पाथ और एनीथिंग कोर्स रिलेटेड हो या ना हो, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, इंटर्नशिप के लिए मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, सब कुछ में दे हेल्प यू आउट, दे आर ऑलवेज रेडी टू हेल्प, एंड सारे प्रोफेसर में मजा आता है यार, कोई खड़ूस नहीं है, दे आर वेरी हेल्पफुल।
अच्छा, तो उनका प्रोफाइल के बारे में बताओ। फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे इधर नाइजर में कुछ बहुत बड़े बड़े प्रोफेसर हैं जो जिनका कोलैबोरेशन सर में है, फॉर एग्जांपल इन फिजिक्स। एक का तो अर्थ एंड प्लैनेटरी साइंस में है जो नासा के साथ एक कोलैबोरेटिव प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं। तो उधर क्या है इकोनॉमिक साइंस में?
ओके, सो सिंस थोड़ा नया डिपार्टमेंट है तो फुल टाइम प्रोफेसर्स जो है वो दे आर आल्सो न्यू टू द फील्ड, बट दे आर वेरी गुड। So I would not say they're very new, but they have good experience. But that you are talking about some collaborations or all, I don't think so. nahi hai. I'm not sure, but nahi hai. But again, they're very supportive, very helpful. So they have done their PhD in the past 6 or 7 years, and कुछ के पास previous teaching experience है, कुछ freshly आए हैं. But again, the knowledge they have is immense, and definitely they'll help you. But when we talk about visiting professors, वहाँ पे you'll get some very good professors, very neat professors. So I don't know if he's still there or not, but he was there when I was there last semester, Dr. Santosh Panda. So he's a former director of Delhi School of Economics, and he's widely regarded as one of the best professors in microeconomics, or to be more specific, social choice theory. And a lot of big names have studied under his guidance. So some of my professors are also his students. ऐसा समझ लो. So एक वो and Professor Ram Singh, who is currently a director of Delhi School of Economics, and there's one Dr. Amrita Dhillon, and she's a visiting professor from King's College.
You said some of your professors were his student. Your professors are at
Yeah.
North Carolina or
No. IISER Bhopal, who are currently will be your professor if you'll choose to join. But the current professors are also good, even though they don't look on paper that they are not experienced or anything. But their research work, their inputs in teaching or in research overall, it's very good. It's like you won't find the difference between a experienced teacher, like very experienced, like 20 या 15-20 साल का experience है और ऐसा. They're all the same.
अच्छा, तुमने एक बार बताया था कि there is a choice if you want to continue masters after 4th year or you just want to get away with the bachelor's degree, है ना? तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताओ कि ये जो करिकुलम सेट है या जो रूल सेट है ये क्या है एग्जैक्टली?
Okay, so IISER Bhopal specifically, जब तक मैं था तब तक engineering sciences, which includes electrical engineering and computer science and chemical engineering, and newly upcoming batch or upcoming program of data science engineering and economic sciences. In सब programs के पास they have it's basically a 4-year BS program, and if you want आप एक से like you can get an MS degree with the BS degree by extending 1 more year. So वहाँ पे you have to talk to the professor, you have to work under him for a year on a project, whatever you decide, whatever you're interested in, whatever professor is available, like he is willing to work on it. उसके साथ आपको एक थीसिस बनाना होता है, if you defend the thesis, if thesis is defended, congratulations, आपको BSMS degree मिल गया है.
So final year जो 5th year है, that will be totally a project. There will not be any courses with the credits.
Again, it depends on program to program. So I think 1 या 2 कोर्स होगा पूरे साल में, but it will be thesis heavy because I'm not an MS student over there, so मुझे थोड़ा इतना ज़्यादा idea नहीं है because I never wanted to pursue a MS degree from there because I just don't want to get into research right now.
So कितने student थे तुम्हारे बैच में?
So first year में I think 29-30, and I think 6 or 7 shifted to natural sciences or engineering sciences. So I think net was 23-24, and I think the batch size is increasing ever since.
Okay, so there is an option that you can shift from economic to natural sciences or natural science.
Yeah. So at my time, after the first semester, if your CPI is all good and you actually fulfill the criteria, whatever the criteria is, to shift from economics to engineering or economics to natural sciences, they'll shift you. If you have a decent CPI or CPI requirement has been fulfilled and other requirements, whatever it is, you can shift.
For the people who don't know what CPI is, it's same as CGPA, right?
Yeah. Sorry, CGPA.
It's fine. Like last time I had interview with Ayush, I think, and he explained me some full form of CPI, which is same as CGPA. Okay, so tell me some of the things which students at IISER Bhopal do, specifically if you are in economic sciences rather than natural sciences people. What difference do you guys feel as compared to those people?
The only difference I feel is यार हम लोग एक साल जल्दी निकल जाते हैं. Like हमारे पास ऑप्शन है BSMS वालों के पास या नेशनल साइंसेस वालों के पास नहीं होता है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इट्स लाइक 3rd ईयर के बाद सबका मेजर आ जाता है तो सब अपने काम में लैब में सब बिजी हो जाते हैं, तो इट्स ऑल द सेम टू बी ऑनेस्ट. ऐसा कुछ खास डिफरेंस नहीं मिलेगा. फर्स्ट 2nd ईयर यू माइट फील लाइक नेचुरल साइंसेस वालों का लैब है, तुम्हारा नहीं है, तुम 3 घंटा फ्री बैठे हो वीकेंड पे, तो उसके अलावा I don't think so there's a much difference. Like हाँ, if you want, this can be a difference. Economic sciences का कुछ lab नहीं होता है as compared to natural sciences. So that can be a point of difference maybe. Otherwise, it's all good.
एंड उसमें भी नेचुरल साइंस में तो बस केमिस्ट्री बायो का ही होता है या फिजिक्स का होता है, मैथ्स का
Physics,
उसमें
maths में नहीं होता, right.
ओके फोर्थ ईयर से व्हाट मेड यू टू डिसाइड दैट यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू इवन जस्ट 1 year वाज लेफ्ट, राइट? एक साल कर लेते यू वुड हैव गॉट योर मास्टर्स, सो
Right.
कैसे चूज किया है?
So to be honest, yeah, I was split between going for a research or going for a job, right? But I felt that research is not what I'm interested in right now, because if it would have been research for me, मेरा कुछ एक research interest बनता, develop होता, I would have gone deep into some that topic. There was one, but I felt like it's not the right time to go for a research degree. So मैंने सोचा यार job करना पड़ेगा. So I thought that कि, and there's one more thing. So apart from economics, finance was something I was interested in right from the beginning. I was always fascinated by how stock markets work, or how people do trade, what is risk management, how do assets are managed by people, क्या होता है इनमें जो हमें नहीं होता ऐसे करके. So I was always fascinated by those people. So I always wanted to pursue something in finance also. So by the end of the, what to say, like yeah, towards the end of my third year, I had an option. Like I had to make a choice. Either I'll go with my research thing, or I'll have an option in finance. Again, a new career, again a field switch. So anyways, I gave GRE, irrespective of whether it's research or whether it's finance for me. I gave GRE, I got a good score. By the way, GRE is an exam which is just like an, I don't know how to say, analytical score. Like they'll test your quantitative and English ability, maybe, like how good is your critical thinking and all. And yeah, it's just a measure of that. So I got a good score. I applied to both type of the colleges. Like I did apply for masters in economics also, as well as I applied for the fields in master in quantitative finance, which is the financial mathematics or financial engineering, to be more specific, or computational finance.
In USA universities or Europe, or how did you go through
No,
this?
I was solely focused on USA university, US specific universities, because I feel like whether it is a research market or a job market, US will always be on top, and there is ample amount of opportunities in US. So Europe was never an option for me.
So what universities you applied to, and how did you select them?
To be honest, I actually shortlisted, I think 12 to 14 colleges, but since I got accepted very early from this college, like I applied on 31st December and got to, I heard back from them like on 6th or 7th January. It was very quick from for US university to send a application update. So my original plan was to apply to 14 universities, but since this university that I'm currently studying on in, it was pretty high on my preferred college list. So
yeah, it's a big one, right? North Carolina is really among the top, I guess, even for natural sciences, I guess.
Yeah, it's good for specific fields. So in US, you can't actually go by the name of the universities. You can go by it, but you actually have to look into the programs or the departments which they're actually famous on. So it might be the case that, say, Harvard, there might be good overall college everyone has heard of, but you never know. Some runs, I don't know if I'm saying it right or not, but say biomedical sciences, I'm not sure whether it's good or not. I don't know. For example, biomedical department is not good as of Harvard, but the college which is situated in California, say University of Southern California, which is not that famous as of Harvard, but it's ranked much higher in the same program.
Yeah,
so,
I heard
yeah, you
the
should.
Same for Johns Hopkins, I think, is the best, even better than MIT for biomedical.
Yeah, you get the point. So yeah, so basically I applied to 6 colleges. Out of them, one of them was in masters in economics, one was in masters in quantitative management, and the other 4 were in financial engineering or financial mathematics, which were University of Texas Austin, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Columbia, North Carolina State University, Duke University, and Georgia Tech.
Okay, so these ones you applied, and you finally, how many of the offers you got?
So I got accepted from 2 universities. Since these all are very reputably ranked universities in their respective programs, I got accepted from 2 colleges. One is North Carolina State University with a scholarship of $5,000, and UT Austin, Masters in Economics, with a scholarship of $10,000. So again, I had to choose between like finance and economics masters, whether I want to pursue research or finance here. The rest, all of them, I was waitlisted and eventually rejected in May or June this year.
Okay, so what did you choose? Finance?
Yeah, I'm pursuing my master's in financial mathematics.
So that was anyway your plan since the beginning. You wanted to know about stock market and all that.
Yeah, I guess, but economics was also a point of interest for me, and I'm glad to do both of these like explore both of these fields eventually, because I know somewhere my foundations of economics or my bachelor's in economics will come into play in this field also. So I'm pretty happy with what I have right now.
So what is this scholarship? You said $1,000 per month, right? So what
It's okay. So it's not like that. When the university offers, it might be like you might get it straight away if you accept it and you're about to start your program. But some of them have conditions in it, like if you score a particular GPA or you score this much, or there are some constraints. If you actually qualify it, you'll get it. So for UT Austin, it was unconditional offer for me. So what they did was basically they reduced my tuition fee by $10,000 for whatever track I would choose. And for North Carolina State University, the one I'm studying in right now, they have a GPA constraint, again CGPA, same thing. So I have to score a minimum GPA in order to get scholarship. So it is split between $5,000 is split between 2 semesters, so 2,500 per semester. If my GPA is above a certain limit.
Wait, so I didn't get exactly. It's not like per month basis. So you need to have, and
Yeah,
how
so
much
this is all
is the
gimmicks
semester?
that has
Like
been
6
played by
months
the
or something?
universities. So technically, you'll be paid like 2,500 for 4 months or 3 months. I would say 3 months, and yeah, it's like one-time payment. So it depends from university to university. What type of scholarship are they offering? Is it conditional? Is it unconditional? So if you go for a PhD, you'll get a sure shot funding. I think you'll earn around $1,800 to $2,000 per month. But when you go for a master's, getting a scholarship is not that easy. So you won't get scholarships in big amount, like 2,000 per month or 1,000 per month. It's always limited because the department has also funding constraints.
Yes. So I wanted to get an idea about anyone who is willing to choose the same option as you and want to do masters in USA, right? So give me an idea about how you're planning, how you're living there, how you're planning your expenses, how much scholarship you're getting, how much it gets utilized in the rent and normal stuff, and then how much you get left with, and
Okay, so
how is your life there now as a master's student?
okay, so I'll start from the planning itself. So suppose you wanna apply for a fall intake, which is the August, like starting program date being in August or September, depending on university. So you have to start preparing or start thinking about it the year before that. So currently it's fall 2022. That means I've started my classes in August 22. So you have to start thinking about, if you want to get an admit in fall 22, you have to start thinking in March or maybe Feb 21. Like, do I want to do this? Do I want this? Like, am I mentally prepared? Do I have what it takes to have a, like, to survive in a different country and everything? Then you have to start exploring, like, okay, these are my areas of interest and what all programs that they are offering, like what all programs are there according to your interest. Then you have to look at the universities, look at the curriculum, like, is the curriculum a right fit for you, a right fit for them, like you're a good profile or not. So look at the curriculum, look at their data, like what is their acceptance rate, what all profiles do they accept and all. And in the meantime, you have to start preparing for GRE. So GRE is graduate record exam, and which consists of 3 sections, which is quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, and analytical writing analysis, something like that. I don't remember. So uh, these 3 sections are there, and you have to start preparing for that. For generally for Indians, quantitative wala part is very easy, because basically 10th 9 to 11th में जो पढ़ाते हैं वही वाला maths होता है. But English is something Indians do struggle, क्योंकि उसका English, it's not easy, because you'll see a lot of new words. So you have to start preparing, like you have to give 2 to 3 months for GRE preparation, जहाँ पे English में थोड़ा intensive होना पड़ता है. You have to learn a lot of words, उसके meaning, उसके synonyms, and there are a lot of things like paragraph में skim कैसे करना होता है, how to solve the paragraph वाले questions, because वो अपने English वाले पेपर जैसे नहीं होता है जो अपन 12th में करते हैं. It's something very different. अगर आप options देखोगे आपको चारों आंसर सही लगेंगे. It's that difficult. So for Indians specifically. So you have to start preparing for GRE and plan to give your GRE by the end of July or August, just before the start of your final semester, because final year, because जब final year start होता है तब college का पढ़ाई इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि you can't focus on GRE या दूसरे वाले stuff में. So you have to start preparing for GRE, and by that time you should have a tentative list कि हाँ मेरा इतना स्कोर आ रहा है, इस स्कोर पे इतनी यूनिवर्सिटीज लेते हैं, तो एक tentative 10 to 12 यूनिवर्सिटीज का लिस्ट रेडी होना चाहिए. And because GRE में sending scores GRE to the universities can be they charge. So what GRE does is after the exam they'll ask you what 4 universities you want to send the scores. तो वो 4 score free में भेजते हैं. So you have to look universities for that also, and then उसके बाद you have to start looking very seriously, like according to your score, what are my realistic options, what are my dream options, and what is my safest options. उसके basis पे you have to shortlist your universities, and in the meantime you have to start preparing for TOEFL. which is again an English exam, but it is pure English. They just want to check whether you'll be able to survive in an English speaking country or not. तो उसमें आपका स्पीकिंग देखेंगे, हाउ वेल डू यू स्पीक, और what structure you speak, writing देखेंगे, listening देखेंगे, and your reading ability. ये 4 सेक्शन होते हैं. They look at these 4 areas specifically and you'll get a score. उसका प्रेप करना होता है, which is relatively very easy from what GRE का English है. And उसके साथ साथ you have to start talking to the professors कि sir, I want an LOR, I'm planning to apply to abroad and this programs and your LOR would be very helpful, and start writing SOPs, and so पूरा बहुत सारा mess होता है because you have to focus on too many things along with your semester that is going on. So yeah,
it is very much similar to the process my seniors told for applying for PhD.
It's the same. It's nothing
Exactly
different.
same, right? And for people who don't know, LOR, it's letter of recommendation. Yeah,
letter of recommendation, which is very, very, very important to get into a good university abroad, क्योंकि वो letter of recommendation को काफी weight देते हैं. And उसके बाद, yeah, you start applying. Just look at the deadlines की university का deadline कब होता है. So generally, masters के लिए the deadline starts from, if you want to apply from scholarship, then कुछ का अक्टूबर नवंबर से स्टार्ट होता है. अगर तुमको स्टैंडर्ड राउंड में अप्लाई करना है तो a lot of universities के deadlines नवंबर लास्ट वीक से लेकर it goes till April का second week. So you have to look at the deadlines. दिमाग में रखना है कि इस कॉलेज का ये deadline है. I have to prepare all of these stuff for this college and upload it and make sure it is submitted before the deadline to be considered. And yeah, just hope for it. Wait and hope for the best. Again, living in USA can be expensive. It's always gonna be expensive. Let me be very honest. It's gonna be expensive, but those spectrum के दो ends होते हैं. एक very expensive और expensive में सबसे कम expensive. So it depends on what city you're going in. So currently I'm living in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is one of the, what to say, average cities. Like consumption पैसा इतना ज़्यादा नहीं लगता है when you're paying for rent or buying food or basic general utilities. So it depends कि monthly खर्चा किस जगह से कितना जा रहा है. So it might range from $600 to maybe $2,500. So if you're living in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, बड़ी cities, Boston, it's gonna be very expensive. Like finding a decent room with decent rent, it's gonna be very expensive for you. It might go to one bedroom can go up to like $1,500, $2,000 per month, which is very, very expensive. So it depends from city to city how expensive can it be for you. Then either you need to have again you said that masters, they don't give so much scholarship. So how you're managing right now? You're taking money from India now? Yeah, I've taken a loan. So if you get a good college, getting a loan is not a big issue. Education. If you're going for a master's degree, it's not a big deal. Because they know if you're going to a good university, that means you're already good. And if you're good in India, that means you're gonna be very good in US if you work hard. So if you work hard, if you're up to date, like पूरा proactive हो, काम चल रहा है, you're applying for internships, घर भी देख रहे हो, like सब कुछ flow में चल रहा है, you'll get a job very easily, very good job, you'll be very happy. अच्छी बड़ी city में जाओगे, might go to बड़ी city, उतना पैसा भी होगा, then you can actually afford NYC also, जो काफी लोगों का ड्रीम रहता है कि न्यूयॉर्क में रहने का. ऐसा तो when you actually earn some money, आप रह भी सकते हो. तो yeah, it's good. If you're good, you'll have no issues over here finding a job. Okay, so tell me that in fourth year, placements don't come in fourth year, right? They come directly in fifth year at IISER Bhopal? No, it's not the case. Because as हमारा first batch था, so generally what they do is first batch है, इसलिए अभी profiles पता नहीं है कैसी profiles को वो company बुलाए ताकि वो recruit हो सके. So from our batch, I think 3 to 4 students got placed. एक Deloitte में and I think 3 Nomura में, if I'm right. 4 students got placed definitely. Deloitte में और? Nomura. It's a investment banking. I don't know what exactly. I think it's a Japanese investment firm. Yeah. Okay, and what packages, if you have any idea about? So it might range from 12 to 17, 18 lakhs. Okay, 12 to 18 lakhs. Yeah. So your batchmates who would be now in starting of fifth year, right? Like my fifth year just started. So yeah. They already got placed now? No. So what place? I think there'll be a placement drive. I don't know when, but usually they, for our case, recruiters came in Feb, March. They were not actively recruiting from IISER Bhopal starting from September or October. And your batchmates who got placed, they left at bachelor's just like you? Yeah, right. They took a BS exit. They're not continuing masters there. And what about if you want to get placed after masters? So IISER Bhopal में placements होते हैं, like companies do come, but since people prefer going for a research, इतना ज़्यादा placement का scene नहीं होता है. I think it's the same for any research institute, even in Niser, even in any IISER. So उसके बाद भी कुछ companies आती है, so which do look to recruit physics के students, chemistry, maths, masters के students. Maths के students का physics तो बहुत specifically because उनका computation power काफी अच्छा होता है. So from what I know, I think Dr. Reddy's, some startups, Deloitte did came, like apart from like keeping aside the economics or engineering wale students, some companies do come to recruit these type of people. For example, Deloitte last year I know of, and Nurture Farm, I think one of them is a startup. They recruited one of the engineering sciences student, and they paid I think, I don't know, his package was around 25-27 lakhs from what I've heard. So yeah, placements do happen, but people generally don't want to appear, like don't want to get a job because their ultimate goal from this degree is to move ahead or like do a research.
Okay, so a lot of questions I've already asked from what I wanted to know personally, and see the Excel sheet what else people want to know. Okay, tell me about the internships during your BSMS. For example, every summer we do here in natural sciences, right? We do internships, we go to various institutes and all. How is that?
It's not really the same as of IITs or NITs जहाँ पे placement drive होता है, internship placement drive होता है. Since a lot of people are interested in research, so I think research internships are not through placement drives. They have to apply
We
through
just
the
apply
portal.
and mail the professors.
Yeah, we just have to mail the professors. और अगर जैसे हाँ एक I don't know, I don't remember, IS होता है, IES if I'm right, I don't know because
Yes, yeah, Indian
yeah,
Academy of
ऐसे
Sciences.
हाँ ऐसे पोर्टल्स होते हैं, या इफ यू वांट टू अप्लाई फॉर एग्जांपल इन IIT रुड़की, तो उनका स्पेसिफिक एक पोर्टल होता है, वहाँ पे जाके अप्लाई करना होता है. सो ऐसे टाइप के इंटर्नशिप्स देयर आर देयर, एंड बहुत ऐसे एक माईटैक्स का इंटर्नशिप चलता है इन विच Indian students can apply for Canada universities के internships. The professors do be offer career projects. वहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग जाते हैं ऐसे भोपाल के, and एक इकोल करके इंस्टीट्यूट है, आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली पूरा नाम क्या है, फ्रांस में. इट्स वन ऑफ द वेरी रेप्यूटेड इंस्टीट्यूट्स इन फ्रांस. तो वहाँ पे कम से कम आई डोंट नो 5 to 7 स्टूडेंट्स go for their research internship in Paris, Lyon, Rennes, like for 2 or 3 months, and वहाँ पे internship होता है. So in research there are ample amount of opportunities.
And
It's just
those
you have to proactively look for it. Sorry.
And those are paid internships. How would they afford living there in France and all?
So yeah, they are paid. They'll give you the allowances. Same goes for my tax, जो Canada का internship है.
Okay, and India, what about that?
India में I think it's the same thing. Most since it's a research intern,
India,
professors इतना पैसा नहीं देते हैं, but still you get some maybe. So I did a research internship at IIM Indore, and I still got paid around 13 to 14,000 for 2 months, which is pretty good considering a research internship. And from what I know, yeah, इतना expect होगा, but कम होगा. It depends on the professor.
It depends on the professor, institute, whether they fund the interns.
Yeah. Now, for example, if you want, like, if you get placed or if you're doing a research intern, for example, at IIT Bombay, तो उधर रहने का कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता because they provide you the hostels and all, खाने वाने का. So apart from that, अगर कुछ पैसा मिलता है तो it's really your something which is added to itself. So it's good. It's not that big of an issue.
Okay, so basically you have these ways of getting internships in Canada and France, and there is a very systematic way, as you said, these portals that can help you during your BSMS to get internships, which is really good, and that too paid. So one of the question here, student has asked, does IISER Bhopal send economic science students to the partner institutions abroad? So is there any partner institute or some collaboration going on between this department?
So for economics, I don't think so. But again, my tax me you can apply, and when I remember, there's one more program which sends you to Tokyo, some Tokyo ka university. I don't remember the name exactly. So ऐसे कुछ collaborations है, but you have to look for an economics project. ऐसा कोई specific economics का collaboration नहीं है, but you can certainly look for these programs. एक नहीं तो दो, you can find it. I'm not sure though about it. My tax, I'm sure you'll find it, but not sure about the equal. Like
what exactly is the spelling of what you're saying? Mind tax.
MITACS. My tax.
My tax. Okay, I'll put those link in the description of the video. If people are interested, they can go through that. So people are asking about the research opportunities after this that we have already covered. They're asking about the placement scenario that we have already covered. Then grading system, as you know, batch size is low. How does that affect the grading system? So
the basic grading system, I think all of the IISER follow is just a A, B, C, D, F. That is 10, 8, 6, 4 scale. It's a standard scale throughout the IISER. I'm not sure, like I'm just guessing. So the same grading scale has been followed in IISER Bhopal, and it really depends from professor to professor whether they want a relative grading or they want an absolute grading. So absolute grading is even if you get 70 and you're the highest scorer in the mark, like in the batch, you'll still get a B or C according to the grading that has been decided by the professor. Whereas relative grading is the batch topper or the class topper will get an A, and the scale will get B, like will be adjusted according to the topper marks. So it really depends on the professor.
Has there been any instances when someone failed?
यार पढ़ोगे नहीं तो फेल हो गया. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Professors do help कि यार पास हो जाओ, but अगर कुछ एफर्ट ही नहीं आ रहा है तो you'll be fail.
Okay. And like मुझे एक चीज याद है, सीबीएस में मैंने किसी का इंटरव्यू लिया था, उसने बोला था कि इतने कम बच्चे हैं ना, सीट्स इतनी कम है, और तो प्रोफेसर को एक एक बच्चे का नाम तक याद होता है, ये तक पता होता है कहाँ से आ रहा है, कौन से शहर से है. One example someone gave was कि he wanted to take a leave and he said that my grandmother died, so I want to go home. And the professor remembered that she had died last year as well. So he was like, how many times will she die? So how how is the faculty interaction there? And since your batch size is low, so how do you go?
So since we were the first economics batch, professors नाम से तो जानते हैं for sure, सबको जानते हैं because every professor has taught us, and कुछ professor है जिन्हें एक से ज़्यादा courses पढ़ाए हैं, so they definitely remember the name. And yeah, इतना deep में तो नहीं, but yeah, they remember by the name. And in undergrad, like it's always advised कि तुम professor से interact करो, you'll always gain knowledge, new insights, which will be very valuable to you. So yeah, अगर interact करोगे तो हर professor को नाम पता होगा.
Okay, do you have idea about the average and highest packages after this course? People are asking about this.
Since only 4 people got placed, I don't know. Like, be honest, I'm not the right person to answer this because I've not been placed. So yeah, if you're good enough, if you have done things right in economics, and if there's an opportunity from IISER Bhopal itself, you'll get placed and you'll have a decent amount. Like, I think you'll get 10 to 12 lakhs minimum for sure. And it depends. Like, if you're very good, it can go up to like 20, 25.
Okay. Have there been any international packages like this, or mostly in India they were recruited?
Yeah, they were in India. International companies do not recruit. So an MNC, so Deloitte is an MNC. If you want, you can count it as an international company. So both Deloitte and Nomura, only 2 companies have been like they have recruited economic sciences students, and they are very renowned.
Can we do masters in this course from IISER Bhopal without giving any tests? So what's the eligibility if you want to get into masters?
Yeah, I think there's a CPI criteria, and you need to have a professor. I don't know if it's a criteria or not, but you need to have a professor that you have talked to and is interested in like supervising your thesis and all. I think the main criteria is CPI that you should be worried about.
How much?
I think it's very less, 4 or 5 maybe. I don't know. Like
since
4 or 5 since I did not apply for master's extension, I think it's 5. Yeah, I think it's 5. It's not a big deal. If you're थोड़ा मस्ती मार के भी पढ़ाई कर लोगे तो भी 5 आ ही जाता है. It's not an issue.
Okay, someone has asked, how do I know that this course BS Economic Science is going to suit me? As when I was in class 10th, I didn't understand economics.
Even I had zero understanding or knowledge of economics when I was in 12th. So it basically revolves around whether you're interested in economics in general. Like if you have Googled what economics is, what all things are involved in economics, and if you feel that, yeah, I'm interested, this thing do excite me, and it's something that I want to pursue a career in, then yeah, sure, go for it. It's something that comes from inside. It's like it's very subjective, to be honest.
Someone has asked about fees and scholarship.
Scholarship तो नहीं है, but the fees as compared to other institutes is very less. At least मेरे time पे तो. So for me, मेरा पूरा साल का fees was around 80,000, which is still pretty decent. And I know IISER has been increasing fees for batch per batch, so might be 50,000 per semester for you guys.
And does that include the hostel?
Yeah, it includes hostel, excluding mess fees. Everything is included in that.
What is the attendance policy?
Again, to be honest, before the COVID, mandatory 75% attendance. COVID के बाद, it really depended on professors whether they want attendance or not. So I would say mandatory 75 attendance, just to be on safe side.
I didn't get about the major minor concept. Please explain.
So major is something like you're going to specialize in, like for example, when you talk about physics in general, so your major would be in physics, but you will go more specifics into that subject rather than going into other subjects like chemistry or mathematics. Whereas minor is setting aside your major in physics. You want to specialize in, like, not that in that specialization, but somewhat specialization in other program or other field. For example, you're a physics major, but you want that यार मेरे physics के साथ अगर मेरा maths का भी कुछ degree होता तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Like math में भी मेरा कुछ expertise होता है because physics maths का overlap होता है. So what I did कि मैं maths के courses लेने लग गया जो मेरे interest के या जो मेरे काम के हैं. So अगर मैं एक specific criteria fulfill करता हूँ तो I'll have a minor degree in that also. So basically specialization, but उतना depth में नहीं जितना major वाले लोगों के पास होता है.
What after BS Economic Sciences?
Really depends on you. So if you want to go for a research, you can either pursue a master's from IISER Bhopal itself, or master's in other colleges in India, or masters abroad if you want to pursue research, or if you want to get a job, if you get placed, that's fine. Or if you want to pursue higher studies, which is not related to economics, you can pursue that also.
Okay. Someone has asked, please tell about IISER Bhopal hostel, especially girls hostel and mess quality.
So I think there are 5 to 6 hostels right now, and एक नया बन रहा है, so girls and boys hostel अलग होते हैं, and mess is decent, not good, not bad.
Okay. Mostly we have covered everything which they have asked. Can we get jobs in IT companies after BS Economics?
You can always, there's never in doubt, but IT companies का जो qualifications है, you need to do that also. So they're more into computer science के basics, computer science के concepts. If you're able to cover that and somehow get shortlisted an interview में you're able to showcase it, then why not? But it's better if you want.
If you come there for placement?
Not really, but कुछ startups आते हैं. I would not, like, if you want to count them as an IT company, you can. But like, there's always an off-campus का recruitment जो हर company का होता है. You can always appear for that.
So what exactly is this process of placement? Like, I heard that there are 2 stages, I guess. In first, companies fill some application, or they show the intent of hiring student from IISER, and then there happens the company comes there, and there's this whole process of placement going on.
When talking about on-campus placements, so there's a placement cell which consists of student body, which is selected, and some of the professionals. So they look at the profiles of what all roles that the students get placed for. They contact the companies, send some resumes, like tell them about their project, their students, the curriculum, how is it gonna be a fit for them. If the company is interested, they'll talk back, then they'll revert back to them saying that, yeah, we're interested and we want to recruit from your college, and they come in to recruit a few students. Yep, that's how company comes in. And then if you're interested, you can forward your resume or what all details that has been required by the company. Then usually there's a resume shortlisting. Then उसके बाद you have to appear for some technical HR interviews. If you get through all of those processes, they'll hire you. आपका offer letter आ जाएगा.
Like you said, there is some CGPA criteria to shift from economic science to natural science, and that happens in first year or second year? Right?
First semester. After the first semester, yep.
Okay, so is there an option to shift from natural science to economic or engineering science?
Yes, there's an option.
And there is, again, is there any CGPA limit, or
same criteria?
Is there any such thing that you feel differentiated from the natural sciences people?
I think I really have to answer the question. Yeah, different than natural sciences or economics.
There's nothing, no difference. It's almost same. Let's say you chose to do masters, right? And then you want to pursue research in this economic sciences. So what kind of stuff do you really work on or do research on? For example, in chemistry, it's very simple to me that if I'm in organic chemistry lab, I'm going to read about particular reactions, and then continue with making more kind of similar molecules, or maybe start a project making new kinds of molecules, right? For example, in chemistry. So what exactly you do research or in PhD in this economic sciences?
So again, it depends on what all fields you're going for. So just if I'm going for microeconomics with PhD, so microeconomics, there are a lot of small focal points. So when I talk about consumer theory or social choice theory, so I can always work on something. यार जैसे एजेंट का इस कंडीशन के अंदर तो मैंने बिहेवियर पढ़ लिया, लेकिन अगर मेरे सामने ये कंडीशन रख दिया उस एजेंट के सामने, तो वो कैसा बिहेव करेगा. सो ऐसे टाइप के प्रॉब्लम्स, बहुत सारे टाइप के रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. जैसे इफ नहीं तो मैं थोड़ा इकोनॉमेट्रिक्स या क्वांटिटेटिव साइड जाऊँ, तो हो सकता है कि यार मैं बोलूँ कि फॉर एग्जांपल, आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स ट्रू और नॉट, आई एम जस्ट गेसिंग कि ये है. तो जैसे मैंने ये पैनल डेटा मॉडल या टाइम सीरीज मॉडल पढ़ लिया, तो अगर मैं टाइम सीरीज का एनालिसिस अगर मैं इस सेक्टर में लगाऊं तो क्या होगा, इससे एनालिसिस क्या होगा. सो it depends from, like, it can go as theoretical as it gets from as practical as it gets. पूरा range है यहाँ पे. It depends आपको किस साइड में इंटरेस्ट है and किस साइड इंटरेस्ट है, and कितना आपका रिसर्च एंड नॉलेज है to go into the depth of that particular research.
So the first batch which will be graduating, like you graduated from your bachelor's, so fine, you already graduated. How many students actually didn't take this master's program? They just left at bachelor's out of 30, around 30, right? You said
it's 23-24. So out of 23-24, I think 6 or 7 students opted out. Like, figure is something around that. Might go till 8 or 9 also.
Okay. So meaning almost 15 to 18 people are continuing with the masters.
Yeah, 12 to 15 students are there. Right.
And most probably they will be doing PhD. What is it?
I don't know. It depends on them. How would I know?
Like, but what's the general trend? That's also you cannot tell because this is the first batch.
Yeah, this is the first batch, right?
But as you said, they wanted to do masters. Okay, again, we cannot say they might change their mind. Like, unlike natural sciences, generally, mostly they go for PhD. Yeah, one very interesting question. So when the placements happen, right? So what general trend you have seen? Like, what about when people sitting for placement? what do students generally prefer overall in natural sciences, economic and engineering sciences? What have you seen that your batchmates, your seniors and juniors, do they prefer going for PhD, or do they sit for placements as well as having planned for PhD, or they just not sit in placements at all?
So again, it really depends from person to person. So someone with very strong research interest might not sit for an interview. They were like, no, I want to go for PhD. A job or placement is just not a thing for me. कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं, कुछ लोग are not decided. यार, I want to weigh up job also. देखते हैं जितने options हाथ में हैं वो रखते हैं, फिर उसके बाद चूज करते हैं. And there are some people कि यार मुझे जॉब ही करना है. But there are all three types of people. With majority being कि यार मुझे तो research करना है types. Like there are very few people in the third criteria that I mentioned कि मुझे job करना है. Majority of the people lies in यार I'm still thinking. I just want to weigh up my options, और मुझे research करना है.
Someone is asking startups का facilities. I heard about this. What kind of startups? Some startups going on at IISER Bhopal?
As far as I know, yeah, there are few startups. IICE, Incubation Cell of Entrepreneurship, it's there. It exists in IISER Bhopal, which actually looks for students who promote students who want to get up their startups. And yeah, there are few. One of the
You
juniors
know the
I
people
know.
who are the founders there?
I know one of my juniors was working in a startup.
What startup is that?
It's more related to, I think, books and like finding books for the, like, it's like, for example, you don't have that much of time and you wanted to look for a book. So what you can do is you can reach out to them. They'll arrange a book somehow for you, maybe second hand, first hand, whatever edition, whatever thing you want. So they're in contact with the dealers, the publishers, second hand people, like the shopkeepers and all, and they arrange and they deliver it for you. Somewhat on that basis. And I think it does not only, it extends from books to other articles itself. I don't know, because I've never used that facility.
Okay, man, most of the things we have already covered, except tell me about your life at USA.
USA में life तो यार so far so good. So थोड़ा tiring होता है because आप अकेले हो, आपको अपना घर भी देखना है, like साफ सफाई, खाना भी बनाना है, उसके ऊपर से you have to do a part time job कि थोड़ा पैसा आता रहे, and उसके साथ you have to do assignments, साथ में पढ़ाई, साथ में internship, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ों का मिक्सचर है. थोड़ा सा as in stressful हो जाता है, but I think it's worth it. मज़ा आता है. जिसको इन सब मतलब बिजी रहने में मजा आता है, इतना सारा चीज़ें है, तो आई थिंक it's gonna be very good. Yeah, it's a general life in USA. So when you actually graduate from PhD or masters, you're a different person. All rounder बन चुके हो गए.
So when you landed in USA in flight, where did you go? Like first you must have gone to the university and did your registration and stuff. What was this process?
So I did not landed in Raleigh. I landed in Dallas. I stayed there for a few days and then flew to Raleigh. And जाते से आई थिंक यूनिवर्सिटी कीप्स यू अप टू डेट कि यार तुमको ये सबमिट करना है, ऐसा करना है. एंड व्हेन यू रीच हियर, पहले तो घर जाके थोड़ा घर में यू हैव टू बाय सम इनिशियल थिंग्स. यार गद्दा चाहिए,
नहीं, घर कैसे मिला पहले तो ये बताओ.
यार ऑनलाइन देखना पड़ता है. कॉलेज के आसपास apartments.com करके एक है, एंड थोड़ा सीनियर से बात करोगे जो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी रहते हैं, देन सजेस्ट क्योंकि यार इधर उधर देख सकते हो अपने प्राइस रेंज और अपने प्राइस रेंज के हिसाब से, और फिर यू कैन डिसाइड कि यार रूममेट के साथ जाना है कि प्राइवेट रूम लेना है कि शेयरिंग बेसिस पे लेना है. सब डिसाइड करके यू साथ में मिलकर सब अपार्टमेंट रेंट करते हैं. सो जनरली
तो वो
यूनिवर्सिटी के
साथ में
आसपास.
तुमने जो बोला सीनियर्स मिलते हैं और लोग मिलते हैं, वो कहाँ से मिलते हैं?
तो
कहाँ मिले तुम्हें सीनियर्स?
तो सीनियर्स तो लिंक्डइन से मिलेंगे. You just have to search, connect, hope for the best कि वो accept करे. You can talk to them. They'll always US में ऐसा है कि Indians they'll always help you because इधर काम नहीं है तो कहाँ कमाएंगे. तो if they message you, if they reply to you, if they're willing to help you, बात करो उनसे, जानो कि क्या क्या actually यहाँ पे सीन है, कैसा होता है, and उनसे पूछो मुझे हाउसिंग का है, कोई जगह सजेस्ट करो. and somehow I scrape like कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे ग्रुप्स निकल के आते हैं जो बन चुके होते हैं, जो इनकमिंग स्टूडेंट्स के होते हैं, उनको ज्वाइन करो, वहाँ से रूममेट्स निकालो, साथ में ढूंढो. ऑल बेसिकली ये प्रोसेस इतना ही है.
So how many people you're sharing the room right now, and how did you find it, and what's the
So
rent?
I have a 2 bed 2 bath apartment and 4 people are there. So एक bedroom में 2 लोग, and on an individual basis, include everything is included. It's under $400 for me.
Okay, and food you cook all by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're Jan, so like, are you mostly vegetarian, non-veg, or like what?
Nah, I'm pure vegetarian. So life is pretty difficult for me in terms of food because
Yeah.
when you go to a restaurant, there are
It's
very
insane.
very limited availability for a vegetarian option. But yeah, you'll get 1 or 2. Otherwise, घर में तो है ही सामान.
Who are your roommates, by the way? All are Indians or some
Yep.
Americans?
All are Indians. One is from Indore, one is from Lucknow, one is from Chennai, and 2 of us are in financial mathematics. One is in masters in quantitative economics, and one is masters in computer science.
And tell me about your university. How is the college campus? How is the life? People, girls, boys?
North Carolina State University is one of the very reputed universities not only in not only in North Carolina but only in US also, because in North Carolina there are 3 universities including North Carolina State University which are very good. One is University of North Carolina Chapel Hill and Duke University. So अच्छा खासा rivalry चलता है तीनों के बीच में. And campus तो यार बहुत बड़ा है. It's like around 2,500 acres. बस से ट्रैवल करना होता है एंड फुल कैंपस में जाओगे तो यूल फाइंड अ वेरी गुड वाइब. बहुत सारे अंडरग्रेड्स, बहुत सारे लोग दिखेंगे. फैसिलिटीज आर वेरी गुड. जिम, स्विमिंग पूल, स्टूडेंट यूनियंस, क्लासेस, एवरीथिंग इज वेरी गुड. इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम इंडिया. प्रोफेसर्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. यहाँ पे सब पीपीटी से पढ़ाते हैं, खुद पढ़ना होता है. एंड ओवरऑल द यूनिवर्सिटी इज वेरी गुड. I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far.
What have you seen so far that you're very impressed?
As a city, what I expected, Raleigh थोड़ा छोटा सिटी है. It's not a big city. उसके हिसाब से like the food options or the rent, the locality, the university, some of the people who are here. मेरे आसपास कुछ Indians रहते हैं. उनका interaction with people with other nationalities. So I have some Chinese and Viet friends. उन लोग के साथ interaction, US in general interaction, furniture scraping. ये सबसे मतलब it's a different experience over here. Something you'll not experience in India. So people here will treat you with respect. Like you, good morning. Like you have to greet them every single time. So very small. They're very patient. Traffic rules, बाप रे, you lose your mind. इतना ज़्यादा follow होता है strictly. इंडिया से अगर कोई US आएगा तो पागल हो जाएगा. Because it's so well maintained.
US वाले पागल हो जाते हैं गाय भैंस देख के लोग.
हाँ, it's like if you're crossing the road, they'll wait only, and उसके बाद you can only cross to zebra crossings and all. It's very very strict. Plus, as when you land in US for the first time, तुमको देख के बोला कि यार इतना खाली सिटी है, because it's not at all densely populated. बहुत खाली है.
Yeah, I heard from my senior that mostly you will hear is the sound of tires on the roads, just vehicles going by, that too rarely.
Yep, engines revving, बस कुछ नहीं.
Nice. And you told about the part-time job, right? How did you find it? What is it? And how much you're like
So currently I'm not looking for a part-time job because I have a scholarship जिससे मेरा पूरे semester का खर्चा निकल जाएगा. Since I do not want a dining job, so here you can have a part-time at dining, like serving food, making food, something like that, or at gym, maybe a gym instructor, or carrying the equipments, keeping the equipments, or you can be a student administrator, working, organizing chairs or something like that, or you can be a TA, you can be a grading assistant. Like there are a variety of roles that you can work in. So currently I'm not interested in doing a part-time because I just landed. Just wanted to get a grasp of how things are here in the university, and then I'll look for a part-time next semester.
Okay. Tell me something we have not discussed yet.
Regarding
anything, like your life at US or your experiences at How was IISER Bhopal, man? You graduated from there. About your experiences.
IISER Bhopal, very good. मजा आया. One of the best 4 years of my life. Talking about economics, yeah, economics का curriculum is very good. But I can assure you that it's one of the best economics programs in India you can ever get, alongside IIT Kanpur वाला BS Economics. I can assure you DU की degree से बहुत अच्छा होगा वो. DU के जितने भी BSc Economics में लेके. And yeah, IISER Bhopal is a different vibe. You'll find different wavelength वाले लोग यार, बहुत sharp minds वाले आते हैं research में, तो अलग ही दिमाग चलता है. So yeah, different culture, different people, new experiences. Overall, it's an experience worth remembering if you're going for IISER Bhopal. Very good college.
Okay, what are the things you have tried in your college, IISER Bhopal, 4 years?
Yeah, so I've been in a core committee of, like, I was one of the founding core committee member of economics club of IISER Bhopal. Then I was a core committee member of computer and networking council. Then cricket खेला है बहुत, football, gaming fest जीते हैं बहुत सारे gaming events and cultural events, science fest, सब कुछ मतलब जो होता है उसमें we have been actively involved. If not on the organizing side, at least participation.
Have you come to Niser during ISM or something?
Yes, I came to Niser Bhubaneswar in 2018 for ISM.
2018, okay.
Yep.
First year itself.
Yes.
Nice, man.
Nice, pretty nice campus, I must say.
Regarding North Carolina, yeah, some of the things you have tried there in USA which you never did in India.
खाने में तो cuisines यार, I've tried Vietnamese cuisine, I've tried Mediterranean and Italian, proper Italian, थोड़ा Korean, Japanese, maybe sushi, ramen, and yeah, it's like ज़्यादा कुछ explore किया नहीं अभी because हम लोग को खुद को grind करना पड़ रहा है अभी, going for classes, managing everything. So yeah, like in terms of food, we have tried a lot of things. Mexican, yeah, tacos and all. Some things are pretty good, but it really depends on the taste. But I can assure you, Indian food is one of the best you can have. इतना flavor कहीं नहीं मिलने वाला है. Very rarely you'll find somewhere else.
Yeah, I heard they eat a lot of bread.
हाँ, मतलब they're tasteless. I don't know why, but ऐसा चीज में भी नमक नहीं होता है. It's tasteless. गंदा लगता है बहुत. They don't like flavor at all, I think.
And if they eat our spices, then they'll just blow up, I guess.
Yeah, उनका मैंने एक्स्ट्रा स्पाइसी देखा है टाको बेल में. कुछ नहीं लगता है इंडिया के कंपैरिजन में. अपने इंडिया का अगर कोई मसालेदार सब्जी खा लिया ना, वो पागल हो जाएगा.
Okay. There's nothing else left to ask. But it was nice talking to you, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, nice talking to you too. Happy to help you guys. All the best for the future endeavors.
Yeah. We'll stay in touch, and anything else, we'll just,
Yep. Yeah, if anything comes up, just let me know. थोड़ा टाइम नहीं होगा, देख ऐसे ही डिले चलता रहेगा बिकॉज मेरा थोड़ा बहुत टाइट है सिचुएशन, बड़ी मुश्किल से निकला है. उसके बाद भी आई हैव टू स्टिल वर्क ऑन माय प्रोजेक्ट टुडे एंड गिव टू असाइनमेंट्स टुमारो. मैंने सोचा यार एक बार कर लो, अदरवाइज मैं चला जाएगा टाइम. दैट्स व्हाई लाइक एक बार करके एक बार just put it aside.
So the projects at IISER or Niser become very hectic in 4th or 5th year. Like for example, my project is going on. So is your project, the things you are doing there, it's much more higher level of hecticness?
हाँ,
Or IISER Bhopal is nothing compared to what you're doing there.
You can say that because projects को यहाँ पे थोड़ा weight और देते हैं ज़्यादा, and the data set I'm using is pretty large. 8-10 GB का तो डेटा सेट है, you can understand, बहुत ज़्यादा होता है वो. तो अब थोड़ा बड़े स्केल पे है and थोड़ा सीरियसली लेते हैं, plus it helps in job search also these projects. So yeah, थोड़ा अच्छा है.
And do placements happen from the North Carolina? Like their placement guys?
So you'll find it very rarely that कि कोई यूनिवर्सिटी में प्लेसमेंट हो रहा हो. यूएस में ये कल्चर ही नहीं है. You have to apply from the you have to go to the careers page of the company you're interested in, apply there and wait for their response whether they're interested in recruiting you or not. Placements बहुत कम होता है किसी भी, like it's not specific to NC State. It's all over. Like I know few of the universities like Columbia में थोड़ा बहुत placement होता है, but general trend is you have to apply like through off campus itself.
Yeah, like we do for PhD, right? Like just जिस फील्ड में इंटरेस्ट है, जिस प्रोफेसर के अंडर जाना है, if you have some matching projects, just go apply and see how it goes. Okay. So there's no culture of the placement cells itself throughout the USA. In India, it's like if you don't have a placement cell, then it's a bad college. Or like a lot of students are like, नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, उधर क्यों जाए, right? But it's totally different there. Nice.
Yep.
I think the research colleges like IISER, Niser, and all, we are more close to the system there in USA. Because again, we are not
somewhat close, but still far. Not close.
Not close. Okay.
Closer than other universities in India, but still far away.
Yeah. Okay, you must be feeling the difference. Anyways, when are you coming back to India?
I don't know, dude. पता नहीं, अभी तो आया हूँ.
कब गए हो वैसे? कब गए हो?
मैं जुलाई में चला गया था, या जुलाई में यूएस आ गया था.
It's just this 2-3 months back.
Yeah.
इसीलिए पूरा घिस रहा है. Initial 2-3 months will be very difficult there. Yeah.
Anyways, चलो bye. Dude, I got to run. मुझे खाना भी बनाना है. I have to eat my lunch also. So yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, sure.
Ping कर देना मुझे.
Okay. Thanks, Rohit. Take care. Bye.
Nice talking to you. Take care.
Yeah, same here.